How you doing, guys? For any one of us who's ever worked for a corporation, you find out in time that there are certain words and terminology that they will never use, especially when that corporation is going through some financial hard times. You remember being pulled back by the managers for a meeting, and when they tried to explain this financial hardship to you, they never used the words cutback or layoffs, even though that's what it was coming down to. They would always use the word adjustment. You remember the annual meeting in 2015. I got a charge out of this when Samuel Hurd made his announcement. And he came out and said, on Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015, the worldwide Bethel family was informed of a number of adjustments being made in order to make best use of dedicated funds. Now, there's more smoke being blown up people's dresses. But basically, in 2015, this is what it come down to. He also announced the halting of many construction projects, if not canceled altogether. Obviously, Watchtower was in trouble. So they made these adjustments. They laid off Bethel workers, special pioneers, just basically sent them home. Obviously, a corporation in trouble. Well, here it is, 2015, and obviously those adjustments they made in 2015. Did I say 2015? Here it is, 2017. I'm sorry. And those adjustments they made in 2015 just obviously weren't enough. If anybody watched a lot of the annual meeting, which I had to stomach myself through. Anyways, the leaked Elders letter pretty much solidified that obviously the adjustments made in 2015 weren't enough. But for those of you who haven't heard it, this will be announced. I believe this will be read to the congregations at this week's midweek meeting. Stated October 7, 2017. To all congregations, annual meeting announcements. Dear brothers, in order to put some emphasis on starting Bible studies and to reduce the amount of material that our brothers must read, the governing body recently made a number of exciting decisions. Exciting, I'm getting all goosebumps. These were announced at the annual meeting of the Watchtower Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania held on Saturday, October 7, 2017. Beginning January 18, the public edition of the Watchtower will be published 3 times a year instead of 6 times a year. Yep, Jehovah's really blessing this organization if that's all they can afford. Let's see, where was I? The same will be true of the Awake. For example, the first issue of Watchtower for 2018 will be distributed during January and February. The first issue of The Awake will be distributed during March and April. Yeah, talking about severe cutbacks. Each issue will focus on just one subject that will have broad appeal. Well, I'll sleep a lot easier tonight knowing this. The number of books, brochures, tracts, contact cards, and videos that will be featured in the field ministry is being reduced. You don't say. Essential literature items and videos that have proved to be effective in the ministry will remain in the teaching toolbox. Teaching toolbox, I got a kick out of that. Let's see. Beginning January 18, specific monthly literature offers will be discontinued. More emphasis will be placed on starting and continuing conversation. Okay, this is where Jehovah's Witnesses are going to have a problem. First of all, you're horrible at starting conversations, but you expect Jehovah's Witnesses to continue them? I think that's where you guys are in serious trouble. Publishers will be encouraged to use good judgment in deciding which item from the teaching toolbox to offer and when. Periodic campaigns to distribute memorial and convention invitations will continue as in the past. Okay, this is what will be read at the midweek meeting. But guys, the rank and file, this is what you are not going to hear, and this is not going to be posted on the information board. P.S. To the body of elders. This postscripted should neither be read to the congregation nor be posted on the information board. I just told you that. Congregations will soon receive their supply of issue number 1 of the 2018 public edition of the Watchtower. As noted above, each magazine for the public will be distributed for a 2-month period. Therefore, we have automatically increased your standing request for these magazines. The service overseer or magazine coordinator should carefully monitor the distribution of magazines and adjust the congregation's standing request to match each actual needs. Which means, guys, you're going to be watched as how many magazines you're pulling out. Obviously, guys, if you aren't seeing this, that Watchtower's in trouble. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, if you look at the Watchtower magazine and the Awake magazines today, they look like a track. I mean, when they cut back to 6 times a year, that was pretty bad. But in all honesty, and this has been brought up by several people, and it's true, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to indoctrinate people 3 times a year. Face it, you guys are done. And I think that human bubblehead, Stephen Lett, said it best in 2015 when he said, after doing the math, we discovered that we had more money flowing out than coming in at this time. And you know what? That's still true today. And that could also apply to people. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to get that out there. And I want to thank my subscribers. And if you come across this video and like it, hit the subscribe button. And please feel free to leave your comments. I'd like to know what you have to say about it. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you soon. You have a good day.